Widespread showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight, followed by much cooler temperatures in time for the weekend. We'll get into all of it right after this. We are all excited about the cooler temperatures that will be behind this front, and yes, we're watching for the storms overnight. There are some changes in the forecast though. As you can see across our area, there's really nothing across North and Central Texas. Everything is in East Texas right now. You've got one batch from the Woodlands over towards College Station, and then one up into the Arklatex. So what exactly happened here? Well, overnight, the disturbance shifted a little further east than expected. So really it looks like from about I-45 east is going to be your best chance for storms through the day today. We talked about how there might be storms in the morning, might be more in the afternoon, maybe in the evening, but right now it's kind of shifted. So now we're expecting those to stay pretty well to our east. Now I can't rule out one or two across western portions of our area. It happens, and especially if you get an outflow boundary that pushes westward here, then hey, we could be looking at a situation where we could get a storm or two in our area, but I don't think it's a likelihood, I don't think it's likely enough at least, to cancel anything or move any kind of plans. Just have an indoor or contingency plan, if you will, for those things, just in case that might happen. Now, unfortunately, this also means warmer temperatures. That keep hitting a weird animation there, but 90 degrees, 91 across our area today, and it will be humid, so we will be looking at heat index values well into the 90s. And then overnight tonight, 69, 70 for our area. It looks like we will be dealing with some humidity here, and of course it will take a little while for that cooler air to filter in. So don't expect tomorrow morning to be that much cooler behind the front. It's going to take a couple of days to really get where we're going. We continue to settle fall in here and transition towards winter. 7:23 a.m. was that sunrise, getting later and later, and sunset getting earlier and earlier at 7:08 p.m. And yes, our normal high is 84. We're above normal today, but we will be below normal for much of the rest of the forecast period. So here's how things are setting up. Here's that disturbance that has settled east of us. There is a dry line out west. This won't really affect our weather so much as the front. The dry line will help those storms kick off later on this afternoon and evening to our west, but it will ultimately be the front that pushes that solid line of storms through. So let's kind of time this out for you. By 7 o'clock, yeah, we'll see those supercell thunderstorms off to the west. This is where they've issued that enhanced risk of severe weather. So higher chance there of large hail and tornadoes. But then as we get into the evening, by 9 o'clock, we'll start to see those come together. We'll probably still see a few supercells out there, but we'll start to see more organization. And by 11 o'clock, we should see a solid line of storms entering the Metroplex. And again, this is an approximation from a model. This is not saying it's going to be exactly here at this exact time and look this exact way. This is just kind of a general idea. Now by 1 a.m. it should be well into our area. So I'm thinking between 11 and 1 is when it arrives. You can't get exact with this, right? It hasn't even formed yet, but this is just an approximation. And then by 3 a.m. most of the leading edge, the heavier stuff, should be at least through most of our area. It may still be heavy there in Corsicana and Hillsboro and Waco there, but it will be moving on, and it will pick up speed as this continues and as those winds increase. By 5 a.m., I think most of it is clearing our area. We may still have some showers and thunderstorms here. I think most of that is going to be rain. Could be some rumbles of thunder there. But yeah, the leading edge will be speeding up and will be moving into southeast Texas by that point. And then by 7 a.m., I think most of it's gone. Might have some lingering showers here, but certainly by noon, I think we're dry. Everything's done. We could be looking at 1 to 2 inches of rain for our area tomorrow. We could see 3 inches in some isolated areas. Now, the 2 to 3 inch area, the green here is particularly 3 inches of max rainfall there. That has dipped southward. So where we see the straight line, that's kind of what we're looking at here. So a lot of rain in this system. So I think most of our area does see 1 to 2 inches of rain, but we could see 3 inches in some places if you happen to get enough rain falling. So not thinking that flooding is going to be widespread, but there could be flood issues in some of the urban areas and maybe those flood prone areas. So if you have flooding issues, I would take precautions. Now, as far as the severe weather risk, here's where I see things. I have taken the tornado risk away because I really don't think that's going to be a problem for our area. I think that's going to be strictly to our northwest. Damaging winds, I think, will be our main issue. Again, we're looking at a straight squall line that's going to be blowing through, so I think damaging winds could be an issue. I think strong gusty winds, at least on the leading edge, are pretty much a gimme at this point. I've dropped the hail threat a little bit because I don't think that we're looking at a hail setup. Again, to our northwest, that's going to be the best place for that. We could see some small hail, but as far as damaging hail, those large hail sizes, I really don't think they're that likely here. And then flooding, yeah, I think that it could be an isolated issue, but I don't see it being a major issue for sure. So here's our forecast. Yeah, 90% chance of rain tonight. I'm pretty sure we could probably put 100 there, but I'll put 90 for all the folks that say it always goes around your house. But we'll see what happens tonight. 90 degrees today for the high, 69 overnight for the low tomorrow morning. Again, the cool air won't quite be here. It's going to be humid. We'll have to deal with those warmer temperatures a little bit more. Tomorrow, I think we top out right around 80 degrees, 50% chance of rain there, of course. And yes, I think that's done. Probably done by 10 a.m., certainly by noon. And then the rest of the week, Friday, 80 degrees here. I think we're still a little bit on the warmer side there. 80-degree high. Some of us may stay in the 70s. And then Friday night into Saturday, we get another big push of cool air. And that will set us up beautifully for the weekend. 72 Saturday, 74 Sunday, 78 Monday. And then we're getting back towards the mid-80s by the time we get to midweek next week. But you can't beat this. 70s for highs, 50s for lows. You got Oddfest on Saturday. You got a big event benefiting Waxahachie Care at the Motorplex on Friday. Check the StampedeForSpeed.com for that information. And then, yeah, Motorplex is humming, no pun intended, as we get into the weekend and next week with Nationals. So again, StampedeForSpeed.com for those events. But it's going to be great weather for all of those events. We just have to get through an ugly, long night tonight. A little more rain there. Yes, we will be in the 80s for the rest of the work week, and then the weekend is nice and cool. Stay tuned for updates throughout the day, and we'll have coverage for you tonight of those storms as they blow through, and then, yes, we'll all enjoy those cooler temperatures this weekend.